You know, I was thinking about it the other day. If Sarah Boone in a different lifetime went on a reality television show, she would make an absolute killing. She might just be a superstar. Imagine her on like Baddies or on like Love Island or some trash television show like that. Sarah Boone would kill it. She always has something else to say. That's one thing I can say about Sarah. It might not be anything of much substance, but she will always have something else to say every single time. There's always a conspiracy against her, and the whole world is always fighting against her, man. It's actually quite impressive. But see, she's not in a reality television show. She's in prison and she continues with her delusional bullshit. And I feel like it's weighing thin on everybody around her, okay? And the last call we heard kind of proves that because now she's getting into trouble with prison staff. She's getting disciplinary reports and her behavior is starting to really affect her day to day life, okay? But that's not gonna stop Sarah because she's the star of the television show. Okay, so she calls Peter back and they continue to discuss the DR and most importantly, of course, her family law court trial date. Her family law court trial date. I don't know why I said it like that. Let's go ahead and run the film.
For the pretrial memorandum, I think the parenting plan is going to be easier than the pretrial memorandum. But the pretrial memorandum, I was going to take my 3 documents and the uniform order was going to just start going down line by line by line by line and inputting information as much as I possibly can that somewhat compares to theirs and somewhat rebuts what they have to say at the same time. I need to put in all of my information and then some, and that's exactly what.
That's so sad. She's not even prepared. You know what I'm saying? This whole thing, her being thorough, like, oh, I'm going to go line by line by line by line of the whole 3-page document. It seems to me like she wasn't even like, it seems to me like she was too lazy to even go through the entire document and have pinpointed ideas already. She's just going to go line by line by line by line. And hopefully that happens to rebut the stuff that they have to say. Bro, to be honest, she should just sit this one out. I don't know if she has to appear in court for this family court matter, but genuinely, you're just wasting everybody's time. You should sit this one out. To be honest. But anyways, let's continue.
What the judge told me to do. She said that you need to provide overloaded information so I can surpass and explain everything that I need to, as opposed to just putting basic information that they did, just so I can counteract their pretrial memorandum.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Do that and then start memorializing it in your tablet. Write it all in your tablet and start sending it to and I. And when I get time, I can kind of start to help put it in a proper form. You know what I mean?
I mean, I know how to put it in the form. That's the easiest of everything. It's just, you have to understand, too, like, this is me telling you. This is me telling you what said Sarah. She goes, I love to help you. She goes, I know, that I put you first, whenever it is in my day with everything else it is. But she said that she's
Okay, you're flashbanging me.
in the
Thank
middle
you.
of the night because I don't know what time it is there. And then her son has, I think, like 6 weeks left of school that she's been trying to help him with and going to parenting or teacher conferences and things
So
like that.
she's just bitching about the lady in Australia. Okay, to be honest, how about we take her away completely? How about she stop helping you altogether? Would that make things easier for you, Sarah? But Sarah's not. I'm starting to understand why she talks so harshly about the Australia lady. She's saying all this to make Peter help her instead. Like, she's thankful in her heart of hearts. I believe that Sarah's thankful that she has that lady at least. But anytime she gets Peter on the phone, good old Pete, she's going to be like, oh, she doesn't understand. She can't get it done fast enough. I need you. You need to do it. I need you. Please do it for me, Peter. Please call them, email them, be my attorney. She wants Peter to do it because I feel like Peter is the one who budges the most for her. But anyways, let's keep going.
That, and her cat is really sick. So she's kind of put me on the back burner, which I understand. So I don't know what she can do to me other than look things up on the computer for me.
Okay.
And I told you it's very difficult working with her because if I tell her the box is red, she tries to tell me 150,000 ways how the box is red, what the box is made out of, and like all of this. And it's just like I just
What?
wanted to confirm that the box was red.
Okay.
That isn't okay.
Yep, that's definitely
So
pretty frustrating.
it's very frustrating to me because I'm on the phone with her, and it's just, and then she's like, "Call me back," and it's like you guys don't understand what it is for me to talk for 30 minutes to try to get everything I possibly can, summarize it, whatever else it is, and then have to wait 30 minutes, fight other girls for the phone, and get on it again over and over and over and over again. Because the next thing you know, 3 hours has passed. And she gets an A for effort, and I totally love her.
She gets an A for effort, and I totally love her, but you don't give a fuck about her. How does that work? This shit is crazy. And then she also pointed out that she has to fight all the girls to get the phone. Let me interpret what that means to you. Let me interpret what that actually means. Sorry. Sarah Boone sits there in the corner and gets bullied until there's a free phone available. She's not out here fighting or pushing or shoving for no damn phone, okay? We all know the type of person Sarah is. It's a lot of this. But I mean, just look at her. Her little frail, alcohol scarred body. She's not fighting nobody for no damn phone. That's probably why it takes so long. They push her around into the corner. She can't get to the phone. Then all of a sudden it's time to go back to your cell. You didn't even get to your phone. And she already admitted that she got beat up already. So this is something that I'm pretty sure happens. But let's keep it going.
But it's very difficult considering she lives, 16,000 miles away?
Yeah, I'm sure it's difficult. If you send me in the tablet message all the counterpoints, I can keep putting that into a Word document. And I think what we got to do, Sarah, I think is we just got to start, you know?
I've attempted to do that 5 times. I've tried to start doing it, but you have to understand, I have nothing here. I have pen, and I have paper, and I have my brain, and the crap paperwork that I brought with me from county.
Oh, you have a pen and paper now.
Yes, I thought I had told you. Oh, you weren't on the call with me.
And she's a lying bitch. I don't know if you guys remember the last call we listened to. Probably like 2 minutes out of the 15 minutes, she's bitching about how she doesn't have pen, she doesn't have paper. She has to go to the law library and somebody will write something out for her, but she has no access to any pen, any paper. What a lying piece of shit. Now he's like, oh, so you do have pen and paper. Oh shit, he just caught me. Man, listen. She's a bad liar. I will tell you this. Sarah Boone is a shitty liar. Let me back this up real quick. I love the silence. It got really loud in there.
And I have nothing here. I have pen, and I have paper, and I have my brain, and the crap paperwork that I brought with me from county.
Oh, you have a pen and paper now.
Yes,
That was 4 full seconds of pause. You got caught. Stop lying and stop trying to con people that you deem as gullible, because that's what she does. Even in jail, she probably goes for the one person that looks gullible enough, and she's going to just latch herself on like a fucking parasite. That's what she's good at. She's really good at that. She is a parasitic human being. It's wild. I guess humans are all parasitic to a certain degree. Just look at what we do to nature, right? But she is like the embodiment of a parasite. Everything she does, her whole existence, is to leech off of another organism. It's crazy.
Thought I had told you. Oh, you weren't on the call with me. I sent a request to the chaplain, and I got 3 pieces of paper, and I had to borrow someone's pen. So I'm trying to do everything I possibly can with the 3 sheets of paper, and then whatever else I can do in the meantime. So I'm just.
But you can write on the tablet. I know it's not easy, but then you're not.
It's not, and it takes 10 times longer by doing that. And next thing you know, it's 4:00 in the afternoon.
But at least you're not bound by 3 pieces of paper and a pen. You know, it's limitless.
It's more of a headache than the pen and paper. I'd rather mop someone's floor or make their bed. So you have to understand, I have attempted to do so with this pretrial memorandum numerous times, but then I hit roadblocks because I have no other resources.
Like what? What are the roadblocks?
I can't go look something up on the computer. I can't go get a book or to look something up. I can't. I'm dead in the water.
Okay, so like.
So then then it's an open-ended item still. Then I have to move to the next one, which is another open-ended item, and then it's just everything because I can't conclude anything because I don't have the information in order to input it.
I think we start with the first section.
Like my thing is, I know from theirs it's like the final judgment was made on whatever date, and then I want to put in there like my contempt was put in there on this date. This was put on this date. This was put on this date. This was put on this date. But how am I supposed to do that? I don't have access to a computer.
Oh, you mean to get the actual like dates and everything?
Yes, because that's what they did. So it would be kind of like a timeline, but I would be building off of their timeline because they only put like 2 or 3 things on there. I could put like 6 or 7.
Okay, well, you could send Nicole a message and just say, "Hey, I need the dates for these by looking in the court case files."
It just takes days. That's all.
I know, but it's one of those things. We are where we are. We got to.
You guys didn't hear me on the phone. You guys did not hear me on the phone.
How what?
Well, I fought tooth and nail, and I don't think that Brian or his attorney was expecting that, balls to the wall, and it's just
one thing I'll tell you this, man. Brian and his attorney are not worried. I wouldn't be. And as his attorney, I would really do my best to ensure him that his psycho of an ex-wife or ex whatever the fuck she is not going to get a dime of that money. Brian's been taking care of that kid almost fully, it seems, the kid's entire life. So there's not much of a difference that's happening. Fighting for a parental plan, like, oh yeah, we're going to go through the parental plan and we're just going to... What type of parental plan can you provide in prison, Sarah? Shit is crazy. Oh, they didn't expect me to come balls to the walls. They didn't expect that, so I just want to keep them on the back burner. Bitch, your Australian friend and Peter are not going to be your saving grace. I'm sorry to tell you that. They're not. They're not. They're going to watch you crash and burn, and they're going to be like, oh, poor thing. They're going to watch you crash and burn, then they're going to help you get back up and brush you off and be like, oh, well, we did our best. Shit is crazy. She's over here having a mental breakdown to the Australia woman and Peter. I think Sarah never was good at picking her friends. I don't think she ever was good.
I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just trying to defend myself, basically. It wasn't me trying to represent myself. I was just trying to defend myself. And that's what the judge basically told me to do in this pretrial statement. Because, my trial is going to be based off of this. So you better believe if I have to go to hell and back, literally to Orange County Courthouse, be locked in that room, that filthy room all by myself with the crazy people throwing shit on the windows and smearing it everywhere, and me not being able to take a shower for 2 days, I'm going to make this worth my while.
All right. Well, I think maybe the best way to go about it, and you tell me what you think, but maybe look at the document that they wrote and the instructions, like on a more general, like 30,000 feet in the air view, and just kind of break it down into sections that have to be filled. Like, let's get our arms around it, right? So, like, write down all the sections that you know that you have to do.
Let's go ahead and get our arms around it. Listen, we're not attorneys. Let's stop acting like it. Now we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna get our arms around it. We're gonna go all encompassing around the topic. We're gonna break it down, and you're gonna be ready for family court. No, the fuck you're not. Go get some prison wine. You've had a long day. You know what I mean? Go take a load off. This is not gonna work.
And then each section, just write like your wish list of stuff. And notes, and it's going to change, right? But these are generally the information I'm going to need, the documents I'm going to need access to, this, and this, right? It's just like almost like a cheat sheet for what you're going to write when we start really kind of grinding into this whole thing. Do you think that makes sense? I think that's probably a really good way to approach it.
Yes, and that is a good idea, and it will calm me down some when I start doing it because it'll just be at least a bookmark where I have a general idea and then can build off of the general idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, and we can.
So is that me? That's me asking you. Are you going to help me build off a general idea?
Yeah, I told you I would.
Okay.
I mean, I could
type this to you with general ideas, and then you would build off of it.
Like I said, I'm going to advise you and consult you as much as I can, and I will help.
She's one lazy bitch, man. She wants him to do everything. So, from what I understand, she has to go to court with her parent plan, her pretrial memorandum, if I'm saying it right, and she also has a whole bunch of other files that she needs to collect to go forward with her trial and present everything properly. So what he's saying is figure out what you need, right? Figure out what you need, write some notes down, and then you could bring them all together. You can order those files because the whole thing with Sarah is the prison system's not too fair to her. She has to order a lot of things and it takes a lot of time, right? She wants him to do all of that. He's telling her, like, yeah, this is the plan. This is what you could do. This is what you could do. Like, get all the names of the books and the files and all the stuff that you need. And then we could. No. She wants him to do that. All Sarah Boone is going to spend her time doing is writing notes to judges and bitching about shit. She's not actually going to put in the work. That's what I'm realizing about Sarah.
You know, the writing and the research and all that is like ammunition. But I also just want you to know that it's not like this is like a full-time thing, and you know, you have me every, you know.
I know.
So, but
that's why I'm trying to do it yesterday.
Yeah. So to answer your question, I'm gonna help you.
So I'm just used to, and this is not me asking you. But what I'm used to, because this is what makes this so different for me, is you just send me like a rough draft motion and then I build off of it. So now it's different this time, and that's what I think also is overwhelming me too, because I don't even know where to start. Because you were like the best start ever, and then I would just run with it. So I think that's what's making it so much harder for me.
Sarah, if you go through that document and you write in each of the sections, bullet point by bullet point, all of your main points that you want to bring up and what documents you need, that will give me something to work with.
Okay. Deal. Okay. I'm going to start tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And there's going to be like blank spots in there too for things that maybe you can look up or add or, you know, build off of it.
See, there she keeps going. Build off of it. I don't know what they did to this lady. Again, there's a lot of calls. Who knows if we're going to hear them or not. I don't know what they did to make her feel like to make her feel like they'll just do everything for her. She said, you guys used to send me the whole file already done, the whole motion, and I would just build off of it. This shit is crazy. You give Sarah an inch, she's going to expect the world from that point on. If anything changes, she don't want to hear that shit. You're against her if you don't want to help her. I hate people like that. It's so annoying.
For me, but I'm going to do my general ideas like you said, which will make it seem less daunting. Yeah. And then from there, I think with 25 days that we have left. But you had asked me earlier, Peter, about how am I going to get this to her. Are you able to overnight it like you did my other two?
Yes.
God bless you, because that gives us more time. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. That I just wiped some sweat off of my brow with that one, so thank you.
Yes, I can do
that. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, well then I'm going to start with this darn pretrial memorandum because I would rather get that done and out of the way because it's harder. And I'm not saying that the parenting plan is easy, but it's less difficult as opposed to the pretrial memorandum. And the parenting plan have a lot in it.
The parenting plan is going to be easy because there is no plan. You're in prison. There is no plan. That's why the parenting plan is going to be easy. It consists of forcing your son to come and do a fucking phone call with you that he doesn't want to do. That's the parenting plan. The fuck? Like, it's non-existent.
So, like what I'm asking for and everything else. But right now I want to focus on the pretrial memorandum.
Okay. Yeah. And then once you're done with that, start looking at the, I mean, what is the parenting plan? How many times do you want to see him?
Yes, that's what she told me to do. Because you would have been like, Sarah, you're a beast. If you would have heard me in the thing doing my verbal motion in regards to the visitation, did I tell you about that?
No.
Okay, so the judge was typing in whatever it is for the trial, and I said, "Forgive me, Your Honor, but please, if I can just ask you two questions before we hang up, please, because I'm trying to utilize every last second." And she said, "I don't have that much time, but I will give you the two questions." So she did whatever she had to do, and then she says, "What are these two questions?" I said, "Do I need to write a motion in regards to visitation and seeing my son?" She says, "You can write a motion for anything." She said, "But please explain." So I said, I didn't know if I could do a verbal motion, but I said, the petitioner has been withholding my son from me since day one of me being sent to DOC. And she says, "What do you mean?" I said, "I have asked him 112 times on the tablet and on the phone.
She asked him 112 times, not 111, not 110, but 112 times she's asked. Damn, Sarah, he's withholding your son from you? Or are you withholding yourself from your son? Like, what the fuck are you talking? You're in prison. How is he withholding your son from you? You did this to yourself. This shit. Oh, man. And I like how she asked Peter, like, oh, you would be so proud of me. Oh, you would say I'm such a beast. You would say I'm a beast. I went so crazy in court. They were so proud of me. Imagine her as like a classmate. Oh, my God. Imagine Sarah Boone as a classmate.
About him doing the visitation applications, and he has a whole bunch of different reasons. And I said, it's one thing to lie to me, Your Honor, but it's another thing to lie to my son. And my son has started to ask on my behalf so I can hear the reasons that he gives me, petitioner gives me, so he can have an understanding of what the new excuse is. So she said, when was the first time that you started asking for the visitation privileges? I said, January 7th, 2025 at 11:18 a.m. So she said, how many other times have you done that? I said, 111 times. And I said, again, it's not that he lies to me. What's getting to me now, which is what is causing me to do this verbal motion, is because he's now lying to my son, and my son wants to see me. So, you know what he did?
I can almost guarantee you that her son does not want to see her. I can almost guarantee you her son does not want to see her. I almost wish I could go. I wish I could call him up and be like, hey, kid, do you want to see your mom? Just curious. He would probably say, fuck no. You know what I mean? But that's just my assumption. We don't know. But I think the kid is old enough to understand what's happening. Like, how are you going to lie to a 14, 15, 16-year-old? Like, oh, we can't see mom today because she's sleeping. Like, no, he just doesn't want to see you.
He told Martell he put Brian under oath and then made Martell do a deposition of him in regards to questions regarding the visitation. Brian kept saying, and he started laughing. And I'm sure the judge was like, what is he laughing about? That's him lying? And that's
Wait. Say that again. Say that one more time. I didn't understand that.
So the judge put Brian under oath and forced Martell to do a deposition of Brian in regards to the visitation process. So Brian he couldn't answer because he knew he was under oath and I was going to interject. But he kept saying, and then he started laughing. And so I know for a fact that when he laughs and when he stutters like that, it's because he's effing lying out of his rear end. So you know what? The judge said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and grant the verbal motion, and you have 2 weeks to submit the visitation applications. So because Martell had already been sanctioned, mind you, took it upon himself to kiss the judge's ass and said, you know what?
You have 1 minute remaining.
He said, go ahead and send them to me, and I will go ahead and forward them to the proper email address that you need to in order for these to begin processing. So the judge was like, this meeting is adjourned. So that was my last thing that I got done was my visitation applications from Brian through his stupid attorney.
She did the whole parenting plan because
he's a liar. Yes. Look, don't let it hang up on us. I'm going to try and call you tomorrow, and if you can answer, great. If not, just know that I'll try you again another time.
Okay.
But keep an eye out, okay? And
all right.
Just keep an ear out, and I will Godspeed tomorrow, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
You know you're wonderful. Thank you.
Take care.
God, she's so exhausting, bro. She was kind of giving me a headache toward the end there. Shit. And I have a slight hangover. This shit, she is so fucking exhausting. She always feels like Sarah could be sinking and drowning, and in her delusional mind, she still thinks that she's flying and winning. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how low she falls, she's always going to find a way to convince herself that she's still morally on top and sometimes even physically winning. Like overall, she's able to convince herself that she's the winner. And I feel like that's quite spectacular. I feel like that's a superpower that nobody should want to have, to be honest. But anyways, man, I'm going to come back with another one real soon, folks. I love you guys, man. Stay inside, stay safe, and don't fuck your life up like a Sarah Boone, because it's looking pretty rough on her side of life. I'm going to see y'all later. Peace.